Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm looking at Teen Titans, a kid's game. Now, you see on the cover here, you've got, was it Raven, I think? Yeah. I can't remember her name anymore. Firestar? No, not Firestar. I can't remember. But, and Cyborg as the elder teens. These are the teens that have graduated into adulthood and no longer actually part of the Teen Titans, but they're kind of the mentors in some ways. We also have the clone of Clark Kent when he died. One of the three Clark Kents that came forward to be Superman, and he was one of them. He is now a cousin of Clark Kent. There is the latest uh, Robin. There is Changeling, um, a slightly new, younger version of Wonder Woman, who basically a girl that was given Wonder Woman's power set by Zeus himself, and a character that starts out as Impulse but becomes Kid Flash. This has a lot of the tropes that I hate about comic books in it, but also a lot of the things that I kind of like about comic books. It was great to watch the characters develop over the course of the book. The art is very nice. I like the art in this, which is one of the reasons I picked it up. If I don't like the art on something, I'm just not going to read it. I don't care how good it is. There was rare exceptions to that. Like Sienkiewicz, I'd read Sienkiewicz because a lot of the time the writing was awesome, even though his artwork seemed more abstract than comic booky. But there's the whole angsty teen thing in here because they are Teen Titans, and I found that very tiresome. I find it tiresome on TV shows too. I've just watched the first season of Flash, and those kind of interpersonal drama for drama's sake, just to kind of drum up interest between characters, is trite, and I just don't need it. It's cool to see the character of Impulse mature into Kid Flash. In this, the Deathstroke makes a show up again, and he like decides that he desperately needs to convince the Teen Titans that they don't need to be Teen Titans. They should go back to being plain old teens. And he's willing to maim and kill to make sure that they don't get hurt. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense either. And when Impulse, soon to become the Kid Flash, a speedster, realizes that he really needs to kind of mature, he goes to the city library and he spends approximately 20 minutes there in our time. Now, at his speed, that's a year and a half. And in that year and a half, he reads every single book in the library. And one of the things that he can do in this particular version is everything he reads, he remembers. So at the end of this 20-minute period, for us, he is a walking encyclopedia and decides that he really has to step up his game, become far more mature, and start taking on the things that he should have and not squandering his power, so he becomes Kid Flash. Cyborg, again, the mentor type. Again, you get Clark Kent shows up trying to be the big brother to the clone. I like Changeling. I think Changeling's cool. He's kind of an older type too. So I think he's the same age as, or roughly the same age as Cyborg. But I've always liked his character, and he's always been kind of childish in many ways. I love the whole shape change thing. It's awesome. And over the course of the run that I've seen of him over the decades, his powers have gotten really quite broad. He can pretty much become any kind of animal that's ever existed, and even ones that are from alien planets, things like that. So lots of versatility there, which I've always thought was kind of cool. So again, if it's got the good things about comic books and it's got the bad things about comic books, I did enjoy reading it, even if there were spots where I'm just like, oh gosh, the goddess, this crap again. But it still wasn't bad, and I picked it up for $2. I thought I'd give it a read and see how it was. And I don't regret reading it. It just isn't gonna. I'm not gonna put it in my top 10. I can tell you that. So there you go. If you like Teen Titans and you'd like to see essentially what is a relaunch of the team itself with this particular collection of characters, this might be something you want to read.